Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol YRIV. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time. Frampton does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Very shaky chart right now, and I'm just going to get rid of these lines from past videos because really the pressing thing here, and let me take a step back, I don't want to come across like this is some sort of revolutionary discovery on my part and that nobody else has noticed it. Quite the opposite, actually. What I'm talking about is an area where even if you have a basic understanding of charts, you've heard of this area and are probably watching it. And I bring all that up because when a lot of people are watching the same thing and wondering the same thing, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can produce some pretty dynamic price movements. And the level that a whole lot of people are now keeping an eye on is this pink line there, which on my chart denotes the very famous 200 period moving average. Specifically, you can see the price is flirting with it. And, technically speaking, sure, it closed slightly below it. But the thing with supports and resistance levels you have to remember is they're not exact specific prices. There is a range element associated with it. So I would definitely still consider this within the range of that, the 200 period moving average. But like I said, a whole lot of people are now watching this and wondering, is this the start of a bigger breakdown? And, from the bigger picture point of view, just to offer up context here, if this is the start of a bigger breakdown, so in other words, the price continues to sink to the downside, well, at that point in time, when you match it up with where it's been in the past, so if it goes down here, and then you, like I said, let's just draw the box, kind of match it up. At that point, it's essentially putting the price right back to where it was before the massive move to the upside. And not to insult your intelligence, but price movements that go back to where they were, not exactly a sign of true strength or anything like that. So again, I'm not saying that'll happen because it'd be to give full credit where credit's due. The 200 period moving average is a pink line there. Very well could hold as support, and who knows, maybe there's a good, solid bounce that occurs from it. But, that is definitely a very important level from both the trading perspective and then just from the general kind of quote unquote story perspective, because again, nobody wants to see the price going back to where it was. So keep a close eye on that. In the event the price does get a bounce to the upside, as far as levels of resistance are concerned, keep an eye out on that purple line there, the 50 period moving average. Keyword being moving, so as the week plays out, that line will move itself further and further downwards and get more irrelevant. But as of right now, yeah, primary, target, the level that everybody and their brothers, aunts watching is going to be that 200 period moving average. So let's see if the price can stay above it or not. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.